Hello everyone, myself J. Vinay Kumar, and today we are going to derive the expression for demagnetization and cross magnetization ampere turns per pole. In the previous class, we have discussed about the phenomenon of demagnetization and cross magnetization. In this presentation, we'll be learning about the derivation for demagnetization and cross magnetization ampere turns per pole, and we'll be also learning about how to neutralize this demagnetization and cross magnetizing effects of armature reaction. First of all, before deriving, we should know how many conductors constitute a turn. Two conductors constitute a turn. See, here is the diagram. Here AB is one conductor and CD is another conductor. These two conductors constitute a turn. Now let us derive the derivation for demagnetization and cross magnetization effects at turn per pole. So what is the necessity for this derivation is armature demagnetization ampere turns are neutralized by adding extra ampere turns to main field winding. So it is essential to find their number. Here the point to be remembered is number of turns is equal to half the number of conductors. Okay, if there are 100 conductors, then the number of turns is 50. Okay, 100 by 2 is 50. Number of turns will be 50. And for a wave winding, number of parallel paths is 2. And for a lap wound generator, the number of parallel paths is A is equal to P. P means the number of poles. Now let us see the derivation. Demagnetization ampere turn per pole. Let Z be the total number of armature conductors and I be the current in each armature conductor. Then for a wave wound generator, the current in each conductor will be Ia by 2. Ia means armature current. And for a lap wound generator, the current will be Ia by P, where P is the number of poles. And here theta m is the forward lead in mechanical or geometrical or angular degrees. Here you can see the diagram, north pole and south pole, and middle one is the armature. Here the total number of armature conductors in angle AOC and angle BOD is 4 theta m by 360 into Z. Means here 1 theta plus theta plus theta m plus theta m. Sorry, theta m plus theta m, theta m plus theta m. So 4 theta m by 360 into Z. Z is the number of conductors. As two conductors constitute one turn. The total number of turns in this angle will be half of the above, that is 2 theta m by 360 into z into I. And the demagnetizing ampere turn per pair of poles will be, per pair of poles will be 2 theta m by 360 into z into I. Here the demagnetizing ampere turn per pole is z into I into theta m by 360. Here it is for pair of poles and here it is for per pole. So 2 gets cancelled. So Zi into theta m by 360. Now let's see the derivation for cross magnetizing ampere turn per pole. Here the conductors lying between angle AOD and angle between BOC, these conductors causes the cross magnetizing effect. So we consider only these conductors. Okay. Total armature conductors per pole for both cross magnetization and demagnetization is Z by P. Okay, Z by P is the total armature conductors per pole. Then for we have already derived that the demagnetizing conductor per pole is equal to Z into 2 theta m by 360, which we have found above. So the cross magnetizing ampere turn per pole will be the total conductors minus demagnetizing conductors per pole. So Z by P minus Z into 2 theta m by 360, which is equal to, we take Z common, 1 by P minus 2 theta m by 360. And the cross magnetizing ampere conductors per pole is equal to Z into I into 1 by P minus 2 theta m by 360. Here we multiply the above with I because it is the ampere conductors per pole. And the cross magnetization ampere turn per pole is equal to Zi into 1 by 2p minus theta m by 360, because two conductors make one turn. So the ampere turn for cross magnetization per pole is equal to, formula is Z into I into 1 by 2p minus theta m by 360. Now we have to know how to neutralize the effects of armature reaction. Means we have to neutralize the effect of cross magnetization effect and also we have to neutralize the effect of demagnetization effect. First of all, let us see how to neutralize the demagnetization effect. To neutralize the demagnetization effect, we will insert some extra number of turns are placed on each pole. Okay, for shunt generator, number of extra turns per pole is equal to demagnetizing ampere turns by shunt current. In short form, we call it as ATD by ISH, where ISH is the shunt current. For series generator, the number of extra turns per pole is equal to demagnetizing ampere turns, that is ATD by IA, where IA is the armature current. In a series generator, the armature current and series current will be same. Now, how to neutralize the cross magnetization effect? To neutralize this cross magnetizing effect, we should introduce some compensating winding. If in the absence of this compensating winding, the flux will shift backward and forward with every change in load and generates statically induced EMF in armature coils with sufficient magnitude, which causes an arc between commutator segment and mica insulation. This develops a flashover around the commutator, which short circuits the whole armature. Here, the compensating winding is nothing but it's an auxiliary winding. Auxiliary winding embedded in slots in the pole shoe and is connected in series with the armature. So, the current in them flow in opposite direction to that flowing in armature current directly below the pole shoes. See in this diagram, in this pole shoe, we will be placing the compensating winding. Okay, this is the compensating winding to neutralize this cross magnetizing effect. Practically, it will be like this. This is the pole shoe, pole core, and this is the compensating coils. This is also a practical diagram which shows the main field coils, and this is the field frame. This is the shunt field terminals. Here the compensating winding is placed here. These are the diagrams. Now, the number of compensating windings, how much compensating winding we should introduce, we will see the derivation. The number of armature conductors per pole is equal to Z by P, and the number of armature turns will be half of the above, so Z by 2P. So the number of armature turns immediately under one pole is equal to Z by 2P into pole arc by pole pitch. This you will be studying in the next classes about pole pitch and pole arc. Just remember this one. So the formula will be 0.7 into Z by 2P. And the number of armature ampere turns per pole for compensating winding is equal to zero point 0.7 into Z by 2P, which is equal to 0.7 into armature ampere turns per pole. Okay, from this we have discussed about the derivation of demagnetization and cross magnetizing ampere turns per pole, and we have already learned about the neutralizing the effects of armature reaction, that is cross magnetizing and demagnetizing effects. Thank you very much for listening with this.